First, we got Jerome Powell and the Fed coming out saying, hey, we're not going to raise rate hikes as aggressively, but we're going to tighten lending standards to screw the consumer over even more. Then we get the SEC going after Justin Sun, BitTrue, TRX, BTT, and Jake Paul and other celebs out there for promoting Tron TRX action. Naughty, but that's not the big story. The big story is the SEC just gave Coinbase a Wells notice saying, hey, we're about to tax your ass, baby. You know what the worst part is? They're going to tax them on something that they declared over 2 years ago with over 50 instances of documenting their business practice. And now, 2 years later, Gary Gensler and the SEC are like, yeah, I think it's time we go after you, Coinbase now. The current administration is not reeling in Gary Gensler and the SEC, and Gensler is set to kill crypto in the United States, which will have massive ripple effects on the rest of the world. Let's get into this Coinbase action. U.S. investors seem to be screwed. Let's start it off with the heat map, and I'll say what you're all thinking. Market manipulation. If you've been watching the market over the last 36 hours, things ain't right at all. Market goes up, then you got SEC action knocking it down, then it goes up and down. Total mess, total manipulation going on. Bot trading in the market. Oh, and by the way, Justin Sun got in trouble for wash trading. Yeah, that's what the SEC is going after him. Bitcoin sitting at 27.5, ETH 1730. XRP above 40 cents, good to see, 44.3. XLM above 9 cents, good to see as well. Rebound was made late last night. Now, 1/3 of crypto owners have had their crypto assets stolen. Don't tell Gary Gensler this, because maybe he's stealing people's crypto. According to the report, 1/3 of respondents who have owned crypto assets have had them stolen. The average value of theft came in at a whopping $97,000. Who the hell did they interview on this? Were they in Beverly Hills Rodeo Drive asking the Richie Riches out there? $97,000 average. The value of theft ranged from less than $100 to $1 million. 15% of the respondents said they had between $100,000 and $1 million worth of crypto assets stolen. And here is the report from Kaspersky. As always, any article you see in this video will be linked in the description below. But let's get into Gary Gensler, everyone. No, the Biden administration is not reining him in. No, the Biden administration is not giving him outlines saying, hey, Gary, start working with these industries instead of screwing them up for us. No lie, I'm saying it right now. We are not getting regs during this current administration. Crypto, before this current one, and I'm talking about this current one in Congress, right? We just had the election that happened in November. Before then, crypto was not politicized, this side of the aisle or not. Now you're seeing a divide. You're definitely seeing a divide. You're seeing crypto definitely be more on the pro-Republican side, where the Democrats are looking more at CBDC controlling you. That's why DeSantis filed that bill. Oh yeah, for those of you out there that think DeSantis is anti-crypto, girlfriend. DeSantis was basically saying, hey, we don't want a CBDC where the government control it completely. The government's proposal with that CBDC was like, hey, at any time, they could take your money. At any time. No, we don't want that from the government. SEC Gensler attacks Coinbase. The banking system is broken and perhaps it's gotten to the point of no return, even given the massive sums of currency that central banks have used to try to prop up the system. But now it's even worse. What is obvious is the U.S. government, though, as a public, has been shocked at the weakness of the banking system, and it's been made painfully aware with the apparent ease at which large banks can fail. But now Gary Gensler steps in and starts putting it in on crypto. Brian Armstrong shared his thoughts on Coinbase's receipt of a Wells notice. A Wells notice is a formal notice from a regulatory agency saying, hey, guess what? We're going to do some action on you. We're giving you a warning. We're going to that ass. He said the company is prepared to appear before court defending its name and reputation. Today, Coinbase received a Wells notice from the SEC focused on staking and asset listing. A Wells notice typically precedes an enforcement action, Armstrong said in a Twitter thread. 2 years ago, the SEC reviewed our business in detail and approved Coinbase to go public. For those of you outside the United States, Coinbase is publicly traded on the stock market, which means they had to file with the SEC, which means they got approval from the SEC. Oh my gosh. Our S1 clearly explained our asset listing process and included 57 references of staking. Coinbase runs a rigorous asset review process and has rejected more than 90% of the assets that have applied to be listed on the platform. This was 2 years ago, and they mentioned it 57 times on how they do their staking. So why is it the SEC is waiting now, 2 years later, to crush them? It really appears to all of us out there that every time crypto starts getting some steam, what do we have? Enforcement action. Remember when the market was roaring and what do we get? Bits Lotto action. That's right. Regulators out there want to take a bite out of crypto, and the best way they can do it, because we're not getting regs anytime soon, is to crush the price, crush the banking rails. The executive further said that 2 years ago, the SEC reviewed our business in detail and approved us to go public. Our S1 clearly explained our asset listing process. Here's that tweet from Brian Armstrong, and I break some of these stories early on Twitter. My Twitter information will be linked in the description below so you can follow along. Buckle up, kids. This ain't going to be pretty. I'm going to lay it to you the way it is. Basically, the SEC right now is doing whatever the hell they want. Biden administration is like, we don't really care. It doesn't really help us too much. So the crypto industry. Yeah, which pushes more innovation outside of the United States. Before the November elections, there was no talk of crypto being on this side of the aisle or that. After the elections happened, after those representatives and senators got elected, you know what they did? Yep, they picked sides then. And what you're seeing right now is a very clear political divide. Not that these people on the left or the right believe this, no, but they're going with party lines. And the party lines right now are saying, hey, Democrats, we're anti-crypto. Democrats, we're going to allow Gary Gensler to bully crypto in the United States, stifle crypto in the United States, and overregulate crypto in the United States. And the Democrats are allowing it. I'm not picking sides, saying what side is right or wrong, but the Biden administration and Democrats are in charge, and they're allowing this to happen. Do you see any push from either side of the aisle to work together to make regs happen anytime soon? No, you don't. No, you don't. And don't you dare tell me that the next administration that comes in is going to fix everything. No, that's not how it works. Because if that was the case, then things would have been fixed a while ago. They're not. Both sides of the aisle screw you over, and right now you're seeing a heavily coordinated, loud attack from the Biden administration, letting Gary Gensler ruin crypto in the United States. Very frustrating to see market manipulation by people in the know out there, regulators picking winners and losers, not protecting the consumer. My life outside of crypto, where I de-stress and unwind from all this craziness, this channel right here. Subscribe. It's free and it really helps me out. Crypto Web3 action because your blood pressure can handle it. This video right here. Now, until more news breaks, I'm going to go for a quick walk this morning. You cool cats, though, have a great rest of your day. Make it hurt.